What's up, YouTube? Um, I wanted to bring you a topic today about America and our country and what people don't really know. And I wanted to bring you a topic about how I have done research over the last 2 or 3, 4 days to find out what's really going on in this country. And I watched a documentary called The Truth About 9/11. Once I watched that, it made me start wanting to know more about what's going on in our country. It changed my opinion on what we think of America. Scientists proved a theory that there's no way two planes could crash into the towers and the fire was so strong it could melt the metal, causing the building to collapse. No, no. There was there was military initia involved, or government initia involved with 9/11. There was a there was controlled demolition that happened to the buildings, the North and South Tower. The Tower 7 was, all three towers was, there's no way they could turn to dust like that and melt down. It was proven in theory that, it was proven by scientists that the military used thermite or some kind of stuff to melt down the metal so that it would just make the buildings come down in clear daylight. This theory about how people think that planes brought down all the towers, no. It proves that there was controlled demolition with the towers and how they fell. No. The towers were, they just disintegrated into liquid metal, or this liquid metal just started pouring out of the building. No. There's no way that planes could result in a collapsing of the Twin Towers. Now that got me thinking, what's really going on behind our country? And I've done some research over the last couple of 2 or 3 or 4 days. I've come to tell you that 3 topics that I've learned. One, where there's a thing called the New World Order that people don't know about. 2, the thoughts about the Illuminati that you thought weren't true. Yes, they are proven true by research and facts. Number 3, there are 3 secret government organizations, 3 secret cult organizations that I'm gonna tell you about nobody knows about, that I have learned from. First off, I want to share my thoughts on the New World Order. The New World Order is basically a proven fact where the government they want to make a totalitarian one world government, one world economy, one world nation to take over the country. They are using the mainstream media to brainwash everybody, to make sure they don't know anything. And there are people behind the scenes, evil people, who do this stuff to keep everybody from knowing what's going on. The New World Order is basically a satanic, Luciferian way to keep people keep people in the dark about what's going on in our country and what is really happening. My second topic is about the Illuminati. The Illuminati is a real thing. They have a thing in Hollywood that nobody knows about. It's called Hollywood star whacking. If they try to come out and if stars try to come out and tell the truth about what's going on in our country and what's going on in America, they will be killed. Basically set up to be killed. That happened to Paul Walker. That happened to Robin Williams. That happened to the majority of people who came out to say what's going on. It's called Hollywood star whacking. They basically put these actors under hallucinations and drugs to prove to people, try to make people think that they're really under some sort of spell, or they're just, sick in the head. But no, clearly they're trying to keep them from telling everybody about the truth. Number 3. Three secret cult organizations I'm going to tell you about that I've learned. One's called the Freemasons. One's called the Skull and Bones. And one's called the I can't think of a third one, but I can think of 2. The Freemasons and the Skull and Bones Society. The Freemasons are a group of people that are behind the scenes trying to work with the government to take away the freedoms of the people and basically take away all the rights of the people and make them slaves to this totalitarian government. The Freemasons were a part of. They helped start all this this money-making kind of economic scheme that goes on in America. The Freemasons are a part of a satanic group that are building up super soldiers and Antichrist, people to destroy people who want to know the truth, like Christians and basically anybody who does the research wants to go out and destroy them. The Freemasons are a way of being able to get the government to do stuff behind the people's back they don't know about, and they agree to deals that nobody has any clue about. There are these satanic groups building up super soldiers like Antichrist soldiers to take over our country to help get rid of all the good in this world. They want to overthrow the good and take total control of this country.
We get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the New York Yankees.
Like I said before, that they want a one world government, basically the economy. They want a one world country.
A right-hander from the state of Texas is the man on the mound here. Harold, any thoughts?
So they have these groups that go behind people's back and they do evil things to make sure that the people don't know what's going on, that they can build up a way to brainwash citizens of this country and let them believe
Center fielder,
everything they're told.
number 50.
That's the
Flying hard
Freemasons.
toward right center.
There's another group that nobody knows about. This was
In the second
that
spot tonight,
is at Yale
the
that
left
people
fielder, number 11.
don't.
Begins this
Brett
one as the fourth
Gardner.
leading
It's
hitter
called the
in
Skull and Bone
American League.
Society. They have a
Seared down the first baseline. Backhanded reach at first, but he
they have a
back
group
it
of
down.
students at Yale who go in this.
I like the idea of the first pitch breaking ball. This time, it just didn't
Batting
work.
third,
They have a group of
second
students
baseman,
who
Robinson
go into
Cano.
this tomb, and they
Stepping into the box, Robinson
have to
Cano.
go through initiation. Basically, they're
Runner at first
the
now and one away.
associates, or not the
Back toward
associates,
the gap.
the
And that'll get down out there near the wall.
members of this
And they're gonna hold it to a
cultist group.
single here as they do a nice job of
They're
getting it back
scared.
quickly.
They basically scare them to make them
First baseman,
listen to everything they tell them, so that they'll, you know,
Hitter get hits, and before you know it, you're in trouble.
nothing will happen.
At the plate, Mark Lorenz. And a chance to add to his league-leading RBI total right here. First offering. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Russell has it out Silver.
He's out.
Rizzo, and they get out of
Basically,
here. Double
the
play.
Skull and Bone Society is a organization where you have to kiss a skull to get into this organization. It's a satanic,
center
evil
fielder,
group that
Kenny Lofton.
First pitch fastball
does
1-0. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, Harold,
things
gotta be considered
that,
the
that
hottest
does
team
things
in
behind
baseball
people's
right
back,
now.
and they do all these secret rituals and
9 of their
everything,
last 10 ball games.
just to prove, just to prove, like, you know, that they are superior over God and Christians.
Batting second, right fielder,
And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs
Hayward.
starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, of course, you have to like what Rizzo brings to this offense. He's coming off a month where he had double-digit totals in home runs. You're looking at one.
Yeah, everybody's thoughts on Paul Walker might be true, but I mean, I don't know for sure. But this is what I've been doing. This is the research I've been doing,
Plate, Jason Hayward.
and everything that seems to be behind Paul Walker seems to be a cover up or a lie.
Shot foul over towards the dugout.
If you've ever seen an interview of Paul Walker, it shows that he said he wanted out of the movie industry. He said he was kind of sick and tired of being in the spotlight.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there. But that's just a pitch that's a little easier.
Well, there was a video approved out there that said that Paul Walker was a part of the Skulls, the secret organization society called at Yale, the Skulls,
Rizzo.
and they made a movie of him where it gave him a red Porsche.
Anthony Rizzo. He enters this one second in the National
What
League
happens
ranking
later,
category.
if nobody
Fastball
remembers,
just misses inside.
2013, the year before, the month before Fast and Furious 7 came out, Paul Walker and Roger Rodas were coming home from they were coming back from a charity event,
It's a high pop-up
and
into foul territory on the right side.
the news says that, well,
Territory for the second
Paul
out.
Walker and Roger Rodas hit a tree and 2 light poles.
Batting fourth,
They
third baseman,
smoke inhalation killed Walker
Brett
before he could
Ryan.
get out of
Sitting in
the car.
270s on the season coming into
That
this
he choked to death on the exhaust, everything. Then the car caught on fire, and by the time the car caught on fire, he was dead. Rodas was killed on impact,
It's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels. He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight days.
and when they took the bodies out of the car, they identified it as Paul Walker. The coroners divided as Paul William Walker, which was clearly the
Leading off for the Yankees, the catcher number 32,
what people thought happened, but
Ryan McCann.
there's a new theory
That one
behind
out of
that.
play for strike one. Well, Harold, as we take
There's a
look at the Cubs
possibility
coming
that
into
there
play
could be
here
these
tonight,
people in
they've been playing some
Hollywood
pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
controlling these stars,
I mean, they're playing pretty good
or they
ball.
won't tell people the truth. Basically, you know, if they try to come out with the truth, they'll be killed or they'll be set up.
Third baseman.
So
Justin
basically, the whole
May.
theory about this is
He's currently ninth in the
Paul
American
Walker
League
was
batting race entering play.
set up by these secret organizations with the Illuminati and everything. That his car was bugged or something, or it was messed up. Like I say, it was given a red Porsche in the movie The Skulls. What would happen, I mean, what's even more interesting is that it's the same car that he had coming back in
Right fielder. Curtis Granderson.
in California that he died in. See, that's the thing. Well, was it an accident or was a setup? Was Paul Walker killed because he tried to come out about the truth?
Leading off for the Cubs.
Nobody knows, but
Fielder.
it's
Jorge
coming a
Soler.
big theory here.
Registering at 93 that time.
You know what? That ball's right down the middle. I think he was taking first pitch. Just really trying to measure.
And the changeup is way low that time.
Like I said, the
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it.
something I didn't realize before, we are facing a global disaster that could possibly destroy our country.
Set to deal on
Like
a
I said, they're building up
And another
super
foul
soldiers
ball.
to start a major global war with to keep from
Swing and missed as he ran
people
the
from knowing
fastball right
anything
by him for the
about
first
what's
out.
going on.
Time for a look at the majestic
They're
defensive
trying to
lines for
keep
the Yankees.
everybody out of the dark. There's these secret cult
Kyle
organizations are building up
Heavily into the end.
evil satanic soldiers
Quiet to their flow.
and
We'll see guys moving all over
to
today.
rid the world of all the good so that they can become
One away as he looks at the ball. It's
a
1-0.
major
Coached out
power.
the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch. And probably should be ahead of his hitter instead of behind.
A knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it.
a major power.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bottom of the second here with no score.
The whole theory behind the fact that the government tells you that aliens don't exist, don't believe that. It's not true. They're hiding something from you clearly.
And a miss on the changeup.
There are other life forms on this planet and in space and everything.
Strikes in this inning.
It was proven by scientists that
Shortstop.
there are other beings out there
Russell.
First 2 men in the inning have both
that
gone down via the punch-out.
we're not the only ones, and if we don't realize that,
Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
that's what they want us to think, that there aren't aliens. Aliens don't
Here
exist,
comes the 0-1.
or human life forms, or any life forms don't exist in this world,
Is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a
like
tumble,
in
but
space, UFOs and
Leading off for the
everything.
Yankees.
to lead it off in the
Shortstop.
top of the third.
D.T. Gregorius.
Now a swing at a ball popped in the air back behind short. Russell able to
Those UFOs were proven to be the fallen angels of
Troy
Satan and
Maine.
Here comes the first pitch.
the
Looking for something else to start the at-bat. 0-1.
the Antichrist.
The 0-1 pitch. Oh, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
He's 0-2 after that off-balance swing. And sitting on the on-deck circle, there's no way he was thinking about disagreeing with the plate. And the swing is called out.
Swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. 2 up, 2 down to begin the
Now
third.
batting.
These Hollywood stars,
Here's the
Jacoby
center fielder, Jacoby
it's not all fun and
Ellsbury.
games being in Hollywood.
Swing and a little blooper to center.
There's a secret being formed in Hollywood nobody knows about. when you sign a contract or you become a star, you basically sign your soul away.
He'll get us going in
Pitcher.
the
You,
home half of inning
that
number 3.
Lackey.
studio owns your,
To the 38-year-old
owns you,
veteran is
basically.
in for a ball strike.
You sign a
91.
contract, you basically give yourself over.
Now here's the pitch.
D-Rod.
Way out in front.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s.
When you go to Hollywood, you have
Looks
to
like a fastball coming in.
sign your soul over, which means
You can get a lot
you
of
can't
swing
be
strikes with that.
the person you used to be. You can't be good, you can't be.
Deal on a ball and
You
two
have to
strikes.
basically
Plays off 2-2 now.
fork over to the demands of the producer who has some money. So basically you have to be, you have to become greedy, you have to become evil. In other words, you have to start worshiping Luciferian, you're not a Christian, you can't go home and say you're a Christian because they'll
Batting ninth. Second
do
baseman.
something bad to you.
And
You have to
Zobrist.
basically sign your soul over to the devil, and
First offering on
things
its way.
change
Ben Zobrist
once you do that.
looks at ball 1.
You have to meet the demands of
Here comes the
not
1-0.
only the
And
studio,
that one stayed too
but
low,
the
apparently.
government as well. You have to, they sign a contract where they can't tell people certain things about the country and what's going on in America.
Too high. And it's 3-0. A high fastball is in there.
There are evil people working behind the scenes of our government
Ready on 3 and 1.
that nobody knows about.
And he takes ball 4. And getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
There are evil
fielder, number
Luciferian
Second at
Kenny
bat,
Lofton.
satanic practices going on behind the scenes that nobody knows about that is making our country
Now, I'm sure these infielders
nobody longer believe in
bird down
the
baseline. So if you
society
put a ground ball in play, you need
or the mainstream media or
I like that.
anything in
Throw the
general.
ball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitch. Granderson.
There. He hauls it in without any trouble. And there are 2 away.
They have a plan in the works for the
future.
future.
The right fielder, number
That plan
22.
is
Jason
to
Hayward.
keep fighting wars. That way nobody will pay attention or nobody will start looking. Keep the citizens in the dark about what's going on in our country. That's another one. Build up super soldiers or an army of people that are really evil and satanic to take over this country. To basically wipe the good from
Leading
this
off for the
earth.
Yankees,
Left
left fielder, Rex
Uh,
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Bryant.
their
Quick out number 1.
their
The
biggest
batter.
plan is to become
Second
a
baseman.
one world
Robinson.
nation, one world government, one world. The New World Order is basically a term for a one world government, basically.
Up next for the Yankees, first baseman, Mark Loren.
We, the citizens of America and society, don't know things that's going on in this country. We are being taught things that aren't true.
Leading off the
We,
Chicago Force,
as citizens and the people of America, need to realize that there are things that we don't even know about. We have done our we need to do our research. I have done my research, and I see now that there are some corrupt people out there that will do anything to
Just a bit
hold
jumpy that
all
time,
the
slowed
power in
down
the
a
world,
bit.
to keep the power, and to just
Here's the 1-2
hold
delivery.
the ultimate
Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball.
control over the people and citizens.
Here's another 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Just it proves that there are evil things going on behind the scenes, and it's not looking good for our country. It's not looking good for the global thought of America, and it's not looking good for our world. We're in a battle of religion. We're in a battle of the truth and the people that don't want to tell you the truth. We're in a war of Luciferianism and Christianity, and how people just don't want, some people want to rid the world of Christians, and they want to rid the world of the whole godly thought of the Bible and how
Now
it
batting,
works.
left fielder, Jorge Soler.
Are they going to be aggressive or continue to be passive?
And we're fighting a war to save our world, basically. A government that wants to take over our country. A government that wants to take over and have full power over the people, and take over the rights and become a one world government.
We haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to
People
try
that want to rid
something
the
else.
world of
Now
good,
it's seeing
people who
ice,
want
so
to
it could be all it takes
evil,
to push the run across.
people who want to rid the good from this world. And
He's out.
Well, I think he got away with one right there.
Now
It was a
batting,
fastball
and
right
catcher,
down the middle, and he hit
Kyle
it harsh,
Schwarber.
but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Ready for another chance? Kyle Schwarber. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
And we're fighting a war to save our planet, our universe.
Here comes the
We're
first
fighting
pitch.
a war to
Right on the
keep
corner.
the good in this
Fastball
world
that he
that
takes for a strike.
Satan and his fallen angels want to take over this world and destroy it, wipe all the good from this earth, and just completely make a whole new Luciferian, satanic, evil world. And we're fighting for the globally. The governments, the major establishments behind what goes on in our country, they're very evil, and they're liars, and they're being corrupted by evil satanic demons and spirits, and
Leading off for the Yankees, the
they're being
catcher,
told
number
things
34,
that
Ryan McCann.
they just want power.
Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike one.
Satan wants to
0-1 from Big John. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly
he
behind
wants
the
to rid the world of all the good. He wants to
into the windup. Here comes
build
the
up
0-2.
Antichrist soldiers, and
Chopped
he
down
wants
the
to
first baseline,
just
but it's a
keep
foul ball
building
hit
up
to
this
first
new
base
world
umpire.
order of evil,
The next 0-2.
satanic symbols,
Swing and a high pop-up
rituals,
back
and
on the
everything that
after
just goes
last
on,
down.
just building up the whole
Also able to tuck this one
evil
in.
empire of this world to just
Now batting,
create
third
the
baseman,
ultimate destruction
Justin
of
May.
our universe,
Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ripped
the earth,
down the line.
the government, and he wants to become.
Third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
This is all about fighting the global war to save
Up next
our
for the
souls
Yankees,
and
right
our
fielder, Curtis
us as
Granderson.
humans, we need to stand up for what is right in our country, and we need to do it now, because if we don't, we're going to be in a state, we're going to be in an evil state one day, and we need to open up and see and look with our eyes that we're being
The batter,
told things that isn't true. We're being
Didi Gregorius.
faced with evil demonic spirits and evil things that go on behind the scenes. We need to stand up and fight for what's right. If you have a soul, you have a mind, you have any conscience at all, or any good beliefs, you need to realize that this country doesn't care what we do. This country doesn't care what we do as a people or what we say. They're going to continue to do what they do.
That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike. You add that to the rest of his repertoire.
We need to stand up and see and fight for what's right. What's the right things to do? What our rights and the stuff we do behind the scenes.
Number 41. John
The stuff they do
Lackey.
behind the scenes, is evil and demonic. And we need to fight for what's right. We need to say we don't want our rights taken away. We don't want to be controlled by the government. We don't want our privacy to be we don't want to be spied on every 5 minutes. We don't want to be told what to do and what to think. We don't want our brains to be taken and put our brains we don't want to be we don't want to be told what we have to do every day. We want to be our own person. We want to be our own we want to have our own mind. We want to be able to think our own way. We don't want to be controlled by this evil government that keeps trying to want to tell us what to do every day. We need to stand up, and we need to be our own person. We need to fight for what's right. We need to fight for the rights of the people. And we need to say no to this evil, demonic, totalitarian, one world government that's going to form one day. And if you people don't see that coming up in the future, then it's going to hurt us as a world, as a country, as citizens, as human beings. Our world is crumbling to the ground, and we need to realize that. If we don't stand up for what is right, we will be put in a situation that we will never get out of.
Pitcher, Troy Maine.
Now is the perfect time to stand up and realize that what goes on in this country is not what it seems. That we need to stand and say no, and we don't want to be controlled anymore, and we should pull away from this global evil economic scheme, economic government scheme that they have planned.
And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with one away.
The left fielder,
I advise
number 11.
America,
Gardner.
I advise the citizens, I advise
Brett Gardner now.
every single person in this country to wake up and do your research and realize we're not being told what we want to hear. That they're just telling us stuff, telling us lies, just lies to keep us in the dark. We need to wake up, and we need to see that we're not our own person anymore. We're not being...
Now batting, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
We're not in control of ourselves anymore. The government's in control of everything about us. control through social media. They control social media. They control us through
From the stretch.
phones and everything. They control us through internet, email, everything. They control us through every single electronic device we have. I advise you to look at this video
A little late on this one as
and
he
listen to
flips it
what
the
I'm
other way
saying
down the
because
left field line.
this is the truth.
Will make the grab, and that will end
This
the
is
inning.
the truth and nothing
No
but the
runs
truth
on a hit, no errors, and a man left.
about what's
Top
going
of the
on in
order
our
due up in
country.
the home half of the sixth, and we still have no score.
I want the people to realize that I'm speaking.
Ready
This
once
is
again,
real.
Kenny Lofton.
This
No
is the
hit,
truth.
Leading off for the Cubs,
to the
This
plate for him in
is-
this
center
ballgame.
fielder, Kenny Lofton.
A real situation
The windup
going
and
on in our
pitch.
country.
There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one.
This is a real life
The windup
situation.
and the 1-0 pitch. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there. And now we're late in the game. You continue
This
to
is
pound the
coming
outside
from
pitch,
deep.
and it's really
This is
working
telling.
out.
This is warning the U.S. citizens. I care about our country. I care about our people. I don't want to see us end up this way. I want our citizens to realize that we don't want to stand for this anymore. I care about
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
our country in a whole.
Falling behind.
I'm tired of seeing
This is one of the rare hitters counts we've seen in this
people,
game. Just having a difficult time.
soldiers go out and die for no reason. I'm tired of seeing
Goes the other way with it as this is in the
the
air.
mainstream
Down
media
line.
lie to the public. I'm tired of seeing
Over near the line as he puts it away for the first out.
The right
every
fielder, number
motherfucker out there
22,
just
Jason
fly up a storm,
Hayward.
tell the citizens what they want to hear. The news is just a bunch of bullshit lies. They don't say anything. I am tired of this whole economic evil government
First
fucking
baseman,
scheme.
number 44, Anthony
I'm sick of it. I am.
Rizzo stands in now. He started out the year
I'm
with
angry.
2 so
I'm
far.
angry, and
Here's a fastball.
I advise
That's a big pitch right
every
there.
one of these
Just change
people,
that bat. When you
every one of
face
you
a good
people
hitter
that,
like
that
this,
live in
that
America
first
or
pitch, strike one, is so
in
important.
this country,
Who's gonna control this
to
at
do
bat?
your
Right now,
research,
pitcher's got the advantage.
pay attention,
Main
and know
there to make the
you're
catch.
being lied to
3 up, 3
and
down
fed
to the Cubs.
lies and
Still no
brainwashed
score.
and told stuff that's not true. I advise you to look up what's going on in our country and how it's affect us now.
Welcome back
I
to
also
the
advise you to
historic
look at this
friendly
video.
confines of Wrigley Field.
I advise you to listen to everything I've said and the truth and realize we're in a more global disaster than we thought we were. Not just for our country. This is for the human race.
First baseman,
This is to save the human race.
Loren.
We are in a fight for our survival.
I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get from both starting pitchers.
Thank you.
Haven't worked. Neither of them
Thank you, YouTube, for letting me share that story with you and what I've
just that.
researched and figured out and my opinion on, and also my opinion on why I think this whole global scheme is making me sick. And thank you for letting me share your time. Watch this video and please stand up to these evil, demonic
Now batting,
motherfuckers who just don't give a shit anymore, who just keep brainwashing the public. I hate the government. I hate the people in general. Just, I hate the government. I hate everything about this society, and I advise every citizen to just wake up and realize we're in a disaster. We're in a global economic disaster. We're in a fight for our lives, and we need to. This is not a game, and
now batting,
I'm sick of what our country's become. And
Dustin
yes,
Mays.
this is my final thoughts on what I think about society, the government, and my research and what I've done, and how it's opened my eyes to realize that everything I thought was a lie, and that I now see that what's going on in our country is not the truth. So thank you for your time, YouTube, and please watch this video. Peace.